Y'all need to. You know you don't have to pay the station ID, right?
Huh?
You know you don't have to pay the station ID right there. Right?
Oh, I ain't know my fault.
It would help if I turned it the right way, wouldn't it?
And intro after this, right?
Yeah. You know you supposed to be paying it at the top of the hour. So go to play it.
All right.
Cut that off. Put it, yeah.
Oh, she texted me back. Really?
Where is she? What's good? What's good? What's good? Internets, World Wide Web. This is Talking Random-ish. You are in Barbershop Talking Random-ish with your boy, Rick Kane. Known as King Insane. Sane, I guess, is in traffic. Starlight is okay. But your boy Rick Kang is in the building. And y'all know what this is. This ain't nothing but some good old-fashioned barbershop style conversation. And around here, no conversation is taboo. We ain't got but one rule. We ain't got but one rule. What is that one rule?
Somebody.
You should
say
know
what
about
you
now.
say.
Mean what you say. Mean what you
Don't
say.
be mean about it.
About time.
But I gotta be mean.
Y'all here. But if y'all would like to come into the barbershop and holler at your folks, the number is 404-603-8770. And if you're in your mommy basement, the number is 1-888-926-7562. We have a special guest that just popped in the building. I'm glad to see him. I mean, special guest. Hey, buddy, how you doing?
What's up?
How's it going, buddy? Hey,
What's up? Look at that, my role is about.
It's about you late 2 minutes. Hey, no.
I'm on colorful side.
Hey, no. We started this thing on
I know.
on daytime.
I know on daytime.
On daytime.
On daytime.
Yeah, we gonna stop doing things on we time.
Where's the other mic at? Where's the other mic?
The other mic is we all sharing tonight.
What's going on there, old school?
Hey, man, can't call it. How you been?
I'm good, man. You doing good?
Good, man. Woke up this morning.
Hey, you know it's always a blessing to be on this side of the dirt.
Yeah, definitely.
Hey, man, we got a lot of folks in here tonight, man.
I see it.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, did you already go around the room?
Oh, y'all, we ain't no introduction. Y'all got to introduce yourself.
Oh, yeah.
It's a barbershop, so go on. Tell the folk who you is, where you came from, and not quite why you here yet. We gonna get to that. So, blind lady, the old blind lady that can't see, start over there and tell them who you are and why you. Tell them who you are.
I am Bree, and I'm here because I was told to be here.
Todd Wooten, attorney at law.
Mark Jones, known as Preach, a.k.a. Knowledge.
Aaliyah Frazier.
That's all? Alicia?
No.
You ain't got no special thing that you do at all?
No, there's special things that I do. That's just my name.
Okay. Like, give me a special title. Like, come on.
No special.
Okay. Well, you're still a special person for being in the shop.
Thank you.
I want to thank all y'all for joining us in the barbershop. I mean,
Appreciate it.
Y'all are here for a special reason. And we're going to get to that special reason in a little bit of why we here. But first, hey, man, what about them Bulldogs, man? Y'all seen that game?
How about them dogs?
Hey.
How about Alabama LSU?
That was a terrible game.
I'm so glad.
That's a terrible game. I'm tired of Alabama right now. No one.
Alabama.
Can everybody just agree right now that nobody's going to be Alabama?
Nobody's going to beat them.
I have to say.
No. Hey, hold on.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Hold on. Hey, baby, I'm a diehard, born in Athens, Georgia.
Them dogs look good. They look real
They
good.
look real good, but they got some holes.
We'll fix them. We got
that Alabama going to run all in.
Look, I'm taking the opinion that LSU, although they lost that game, they exposed Alabama because they held them to 29 points. LSU had no offense, so all they were doing, their defense like, let's contain them, whatever. So I got hope.
But LSU marked us.
But the problem was,
Yeah, but you know,
they couldn't even
the
get the ball
LSU
in the
game,
end
no,
zone.
but the LSU game with us, whatever. I don't know where that offense came from. From wasn't playing worth ish.
Yeah.
And why they didn't put in Justin, don't know. But, you know, that was stupid. But, again, that's coach.
I still got a theory with that. Something, either Justin Fields has not picked up the offense or Kirby is too damn loyal.
Kirby doesn't want to start that controversy, man.
Yeah,
I think Kirby knows that if you notice the games, when Justin gets in, all he does is
Run the
hand
ball.
off or run the ball.
Yeah.
He make him do black quarterback things. I'm sorry, people can hate what I say, whatever. But he make him only do black quarterback things. He does not let him show himself as a real QB.
Why? It's either
Because he knows that Justin has certain skill sets that Fromm doesn't.
Does he have that skill set?
Yes.
Can he, I mean, how do you know?
Yes.
How do you know?
I think, well, okay,
how do you know?
Okay, I think that because he has, because he came to UGA and he was the number one ranked quarterback.
Number
No,
one
he was the
ranked.
number one.
Five-star.
No, he was the number one dual threat.
No, he was the number one.
No, he was the number one dual threat.
Okay, it depends on what poll you look at.
He was the number one dual threat.
No,
ESPN,
okay,
he was
so
overall number
here's
one.
my question. So if you're number one dual threat, is that better than or worse than the number one single threat?
No, but
You got two threats. I'm sorry, that's number one overall to me.
The coaches
I'm
y'all
just saying.
used to love. Used to like to get the top 5
Pro set.
That's what he's talking
So
about.
So dual threat what dual threat 9 times out of 10 nowadays means to me is he's the best athlete on the field that can throw the ball sometimes. Because a lot of times they're not teaching these black kids. We're going to go on and put it out there and say it.
True.
They're not teaching these kids how to play quarterback.
No, they're not.
No, but
I
by the
agree
same
with
token, whatever. Okay, I'm not going to disagree with you 100% on
We
that.
said
Or whatever.
token when we said black people.
But by the same happenstance, the deal is this though. Best athlete, best quarterback, I don't care. Because dual threat is what most colleges are looking for. They're not looking for a straight, Mark Richt used to do it all the time, pro set quarterback, stay in the pocket, standard, old school, whatever. Every school is looking for a dual threat quarterback.
I get what you're saying.
That's why Alabama is so much more dominant now.
Exactly.
It's because now they have that dual threat.
Exactly, and speaking of Alabama, the edge they have now is, and that's why, again, this Alabama team is much different than the previous Alabama team. Their quarterbacks were managers. Your job is not to lose the game.
Wins games.
Defense is going to take care. Running game is going to take care of us winning or whatever. This guy is changing the game for them because he's aggressive and he's doing what other teams do.
That boy different.
Because how many? Okay, I tell people this all the time. Alabama fans out there, whatever said nothing. Y'all have only had 2 quarterbacks ever that went to the pros and did anything.
Yeah.
And that's Joe Namath and Kenny Stabler. And how old were they?
Yeah.
So don't sit there and say that you're a quarterback.
When they interviewed him this past Sunday, and I looked at him and heard him speak, there's not a doubt within that dude's mind that he's the best dude.
And I agree.
He got that feeling. I know I'm the shit.
And he knew that.
He know.
Ish. We use ish around here.
He know.
Gotta get some rules. Gotta play our rules.
But you use ish around here. But and he knew he threatened to leave Alabama.
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
And they had to talk him down. They had to talk him down because he was like, I'm finna get up out of here because he knew he was just that good.
Yeah.
And
See, we don't need that controversy in Athens.
Well, I don't, here's what I'm saying.
If he's the better,
But here's what I'm going to say about that. I think in the LSU game, a lot of people, because people sit there and say it's all or nothing. My comment about putting Fields in the LSU game was to change the pace, to change the dynamic. Not necessarily he's going to start and take over from Fromm, but you put him in for one play in each series, hand the ball off, like you said, whatever. Let him play a series or whatever. Let's just see if we can mix it up a little bit.
You know
But the question is Justin Fields going to start next year?
What's he?
He'll be ready.
It depends on if they win the championship.
It depends. Yeah, that really
If they
depends.
win that championship this year, I doubt if Justin Fields will play.
But let me add one.
But hold on. Let's get back to the LSU game. We got outcoached.
Oh, of course.
We look like trash.
No, and I agree.
Our coaches,
Yeah, they
we
were
look like
waiting for us.
we
agree.
look like
lost,
trash from
what, 2
the
in a row
coaching,
before we got there. They were waiting on us.
from the player standpoint. We look like we were totally lost. But it almost looked like the same game with Auburn, the first Auburn game from last
Well,
season.
and what I'm going to say about that, what was this? That's why I said that you said LSU beat us. That's why I said that you can't really count that because there were a whole lot of dynamics that went on that we lost that game. Whether LSU was a better team, Fromm wasn't on his game, we got out coached, whatever. It wasn't necessarily that we didn't have the better team out there. Now, what I'm going to say is this, though, that at the end, no, I think he's talking about.
Oh.
So, at the end of the day, I'm not drinking that.
Hey, kids, hey,
Okay.
look here, we got a
I'll play
respectable
nice.
being around
I'll
here. We
play
got a
nice.
respectable being around here. Do I need to separate y'all two?
No. I'm going to play nice in the playpen.
Do I need to separate y'all two?
But again, what I was saying about that is this: that at the end of the day, LSU, there was an aberration. You're probably thinking like, oh, we're going to win the question, whatever. We played bad, we coached bad, everything was just bad that day.
Yes.
Now again, to beat Alabama, whatever, you got to be on your P's and Q's.
Everything got to be great.
Alabama is going to beat themselves. Exactly. Alabama is not going to give you the opportunity for you to beat them on an easy day. Alabama is not going to have an off day.
Oh, I agree.
So you're going to have to bring your A game. But I have a question
Right.
for the room. What do you do if Georgia wins out, Alabama wins out, but Georgia beats Alabama in the SEC championship?
Alabama going once again.
Is Alabama
Yes.
going to sit out?
No,
You gonna have a
they're going to be in.
So who are you going to kick out? Michigan?
No, but here, okay,
Notre
I've
Dame?
talked about this, whatever. Here's what's going to happen, and that's what the problem's going to be. First of all, in the Power 5, somebody's out already anyway.
Yes.
Automatically, because you only get 4 teams.
Well, but the pack.
No, I think they're out
If
too.
Michigan can beat Ohio State, they got to go in.
Exactly.
Man.
That's what
They
that's
gotta
a
go
big
in.
deal.
and
That's a big deal.
Okay,
Wait,
but then Notre Dame throws another monkey wrench in
See
there.
Notre Dame, the thing about Notre Dame gonna have to win out impressively.
Oh, I agree.
Because I guarantee
If
Georgia beat Alabama, they're gonna find a way to put Alabama in. Because now Alabama is
So
Alabama is
who
that-
are you kicking out though?
Huh?
Because if the way everything is
If
lined up
you
right
asking
now,
me?
Alabama is number one.
Are you asking me?
That
Georgia's
would mean
number
Notre
5.
Dame would have to go.
If you're asking me, it's Notre Dame.
Why are you gonna kick Notre Dame
I
out?
hate
They're
Notre Dame
undefeated
because
now.
I hate Notre Dame.
Notre Dame gets them out
Okay.
of the big.
I hate Notre Dame.
What's the schedule been like for Notre Dame?
That's what I say.
I mean, they
All right,
kind of weak.
Notre Dame has the
This
best. Now,
week is
if you want to go that route, Notre Dame has like one of the most dynamic schedules of everyone.
not this year.
Well, yeah, because
Not this year.
they
Well, just in the variety.
Well, Alabama's
Michigan
scared.
had a pretty tough
Notre
schedule
Dame
this
says
year.
I will play. Notre Dame is that one team that you have to admit goes out and plays everyone.
You're
But
right.
they don't
Because
play.
they're- yes.
But they don't
Look at who
play.
they played this
well,
year.
okay.
They don't
No,
probably play.
No,
They
I
don't
understand
play
what he's
the top
saying.
of everyone.
I understand what he's saying,
It's
but
not my
he's
fault
like,
if you suck.
they're
But I challenged you,
But
and
if you
I
came
won't
out,
play
but
you.
if you came out, if you going out to play everybody, you got to
should've
play
been
the
there.
top.
But I understand what he's saying. I mean, what
That's
he's saying is that they are in all the Power 5 conferences.
Correct.
So they're not just saying, okay, we're going to just play, the Pac-12. They're playing Pac-12 team,
ACC.
ACC. So I agree with that as far as diversity in their schedule.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, but again, a lot of people are knocking Alabama, saying that their schedule's weak.
Alabama
It is
did have a
weak.
sorry.
That's,
They did
that's
have a
a,
weak
that
schedule.
was a very, very weak schedule.
Yes,
When I
it
looked
was.
at it from top to bottom, it was weak.
But Georgia's
But-
schedule was also weak.
I was
Right.
going to
the
say the
problem,
same
but
thing.
the problem,
especially
problem
last
was
year.
though, Alabama is so good they can beat anybody though. Anybody that you put up against them, dude, they can beat them.
But do you kick out? So Alabama loses against the number 5 team. You're going to tell me that all the other teams have to now shift down because Alabama got beat because you got to move Georgia up.
Yeah.
But
So
see, I
you're
don't
going to
think
move Georgia up, and who are you going to kick out? Notre Dame? Well, right now, Michigan State is what? I think it's Michigan. Michigan is number 4. The only loss Michigan has is to the number 3 team, which is Notre Dame.
Exactly.
So who are you going to kick out if Alabama loses to Georgia?
I think that's going to work itself out anyway, in my opinion, because I don't know that Michigan's going to beat Ohio State, so
Yeah.
they may not get
That's
it.
gonna-
Nobody's
that's-
coming in from the Big 12. I don't
Michigan
think.
beat Ohio State, they deserve to be in, bro.
No,
They
they
deserve to
do.
be in.
But can they beat them?
Yes.
But
Urban Meyer came back. That team is not the same. I think Urban Meyer's getting ready to go to Cleveland.
Well, Urban Meyer, he said he gonna come up with a hard condition,
And he's gonna end up in
and
Cleveland.
he already put it out there early. He already put it out there.
Doing
That
it.
he, you know, his drugs he taking.
The Buckeye the Buckeye fan base and the administration's not that happy with him anyway.
No.
I mean, he should have been gone. The man should have been fired.
Nah, they're gonna let him resign instead of fire.
That man should have been fired.
I think they're gonna let him resign after this year. It's
That man
already
should
in
have
the
been
wraps.
fired.
I think they're gonna let him
That
resign.
man, he already put his excuse out there.
Yeah.
He already did that.
You know, he's fired, man, but he's just gonna resign gracefully.
So,
What about
hold
Dez?
up.
I gotta ask you about Dez Bryant.
Oh man, that's sad.
You think it's sad?
It's sad that he blew out his
It ain't
Achilles.
sad.
It's sad this man the first week in practice blew out his Achilles.
He was going to the Saints. The hell of it sad.
I
ain't sad.
I don't want a man not to be able to work.
If he was with the Falcons or some team that I don't really have a rivalry
Then you'll be
against,
sad.
I'd be up. Nah, I wouldn't be sad.
I mean, it's
You
sad
know
for the
what?
man.
You know what?
I
No,
wouldn't be sad for
man.
him either.
The thing about it was though,
It'd be upset.
when I saw his interview, dude, he came back kind of humble, so I was kind of pulling for him. You know, he looked like, hey, they broke him down some, man.
Hey, dog,
'cause he
when
was-
you ain't been working, when you ain't had no job,
When nobody wants you.
when nobody wants you, has a way of humbling
When you
you.
thought you were hot in them streets.
When you turn down 17 guaranteed $1 million with the Ravens, and now your phone is.
God don't like ugly. This shows you right now, God don't like ugly. Man.
Hey,
You know,
I'm waiting to see what's going to happen to Le'Veon Bell. I wouldn't be surprised if something happens to
well,
him.
you know he was out shooting ball at the LA Fitness
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh.
So he's coming back.
I mean, he's. I hope he's not stupid enough not to come back.
They don't need him, though.
At this
They don't
point,
know.
everybody-
Pittsburgh just
No,
showed
he's-
that.
but he's not coming back to play. He's coming back just
Get
to
his
sit
money.
for the season
To get his
so that
money.
he can try to be a free
Yeah.
agent next year.
Well, he wants to get his money.
Yeah, but I heard that they can transition tag him next year,
Right.
so they can still keep tagging him and keep this
yeah, but they're
man
gonna
going.
have to pay him $25 million though, which
But
they
is he
probably
sign
ain't
it?
gonna
But
play.
is he gonna sign that because they franchised and he was gonna make 18 million this year?
Yeah.
You know what? At this point, you have to. At this point, I don't know. You just have to cut him, unless somebody else pick him up.
Who's gonna cut him?
I would cut him.
You gonna eat that? Well, you can't cut him.
Yeah.
He's not even under contract.
Yeah, it's true.
He's not even.
No, he's under contract. He just had to come in. Well, he's
No, he's not. He hadn't
He's
signed.
going to come sign.
But he hasn't. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
but if he wants that money that he's going to get for playing this year, he has to come sign.
He what was it? 800 something
Oh,
a day, a game
he's
or
like $8
something.
million.
But you know what I noticed though? It's a different day in the NFL, and the reason why I say that is when black athletes now do that, the NFL owners, they kind of shine away from those big personalities. You know, when it's all
They
about
don't
me.
need
I'm
you.
surprised Antonio for Pittsburgh is in the position that he's in, because I thought by now he'd have been on the chopping block.
When you the number one receiver in the league. No.
Yeah, he can get away with it.
No, he humbled himself too. He humbled himself too. He shut up. He's not talking as much as he used
Well,
to.
when you driving 100 miles an hour in the 35.
You hush up.
You supposed to be going to jail.
Hey, when you driving 100 miles an hour in the 35.
You supposed to be going to jail.
When you testing out that new purse. When you testing out that purse.
Well, he said he humbled himself because he could have been normally going 150.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So he backed up off of it a little bit. Okay.
I would have been doing 150 if it was old me. The new me only did 100.
Hey,
This? What he got? 911?
it was no. It's a nine. Yeah. The Hassa did it.
Yeah, it's the one that costs over 200,000.
Yeah.
that's what he
Yeah.
got.
The real money one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too much for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ty, I got a question for you.
I like that money sign.
I got one
Got
question.
that.
So there was a kid, and I forgot exactly where he was located. 11-year-old kid, and this is for the room. 11-year-old kid has been charged with a felony because he, for Halloween, stuck needles, pins, in some candy and handed it out to the trick-or-treaters, and a few trick-or-treaters got injured by it. Now he's getting charged with a felony. Now, my question, I guess not my question, but I guess my statement is, why are we now charging kids with felonies for pranks that we used to do when we were like kids?
Well, I mean, when you say charged with a felony, it sort of depends on what it is. Now, let me say again, what Georgia does with juveniles, and I can't speak for other states, I can only speak for the state of Georgia. You can have what they consider to be a designated felony, but it's still in juvenile court. So you're not being charged as an adult. There are only certain crimes in Georgia, in the state of Georgia, that you can be charged as an adult, and plus there's a cutoff. You would have to be at least age 13 to get charged as an adult in the state of Georgia. So when they say felony, if they said that to me or whatever in Georgia, it's like the juvenile term, it's designated as a felony, but they're not going to prosecute him as an adult and try to convict him as an adult as a felony. So again, I'm not saying, again.
So would it be breaking down as a misdemeanor at some point?
No, it's not breaking down. It's not broken down as a misdemeanor, but in juvenile court, it is referred to as a designated felony, which basically means that if you committed this crime as an adult, it would be a felony, but it's still prosecuted in juvenile court, and you face juvenile court punishment. You're not going to go to, like, let's say, for example, if he did that, let's just say whatever in Georgia, whatever, the comparable would be that it's an attempted aggravated assault, which is an aggravated assault. Okay, so that's the adult felony crime. That's what you would call it, whatever. But in juvenile court, you just say it's a designated felony, which means that if he had committed this as an adult, it would be a felony, but it's still going to be prosecuted in juvenile court. They're not going to prosecute him as an adult if it were in Georgia. Now, again, I remember vaguely seeing that, so I don't remember what state it was. But under normal circumstances, most of the states are like, you got to be at least 13 for us to charge you as an adult and try you as an adult and prosecute you as an adult. And what we call it in Georgia is, it's not every felony. It's what we refer to as the 7 deadly sins, which include things like murder, rape, aggravated child molestation, and things of that nature, whatever, armed robbery. Those are, usually what we call the 7 deadly sins, and those are the only ones that they can take somebody at age 13 or above and say, okay, we're going to try them as an adult and for the adult crime.
Now, will something like this, like, since they are charging him with a felony, and will something like this, or could something like this follow him, even as, and I say minute, and I hate to say minute, but I think it's something minute. It's a practical joke. No. But if something like this could follow him throughout his career to where he tries to actually get a federal, like say a federal job. Well, and they look back at it, when you were a kid at 11 years old, you were charged with this felony or convicted of this felony.
Okay, again, if it stays in juvenile court, all juvenile court records are sealed after the disposition of the case or when the child becomes an adult. Okay. Now, by the same token, let me just correct that and say one thing, whatever. Federal government can look at what they want to. So they can look at it all. Now, that doesn't mean that, like, if he applies for a federal job and top secret, they're like, wait a minute, this dude did that and the other, what was that? And they can see it. But in general, if you go and apply to a job or for a job and you have a juvenile disposition, once you turn 18, that record is sealed. And that means that your employer cannot run a background check and say, like, oh, this guy did this as a juvenile and this person did this. And they can't go down to the courthouse and say, like, let's pull and see if this guy has a juvenile record or whatever. It's sealed. Now, again, like I said, federal government is a little different because they can go anywhere and everywhere they want to, and they can look beyond all this stuff. Because, like, we see it. And especially depending on if you're getting a federal job that requires some type of security clearance, something like that. But in general, no.
That's what I was thinking.
No juveniles. That record does not transcend over into an adult record. Now, again, the law sort of changed a little bit or whatever, that depending on what it is. Like, let's say, for example, it's a juvenile armed robbery conviction.
No, I'm going specifically with this. Now,
okay,
Rick,
with this one, it should be no.
Rick,
no.
you say this is you say you disagree that this is not a practical joke. It should be taken as a practical joke.
No.
Why?
Because he knew what he was doing. He's harmful. He's willing.
I mean, you can injure somebody.
Harming someone. And if an adult did this,
I agree with an adult. Let me ask you a question.
You said he stuck pins in the
can? Now let me ask you a question. As a kid, have you ever egged somebody? You never egged people for Halloween?
No.
What's the worst? You ever hit anybody with a dirt bomb?
I probably did some.
You hit somebody with a dirt bomb?
But no. Did you ever hit somebody with a dirt bomb? If Jace picked up one of those pieces of candy,
I would be like, damn, that's messed up.
No, you wouldn't.
I would go tell his mom.
You wouldn't. No.
I would tell the kid's mom.
We ain't playing radio.
I'm not playing radio.
Somebody hurt your child?
Yeah, okay. If I find this
let me tell you,
this 11-year-old kid who did.
Let me tell you what happened if Zay.
I'm not going to.
Let me tell you what happened if Zay did.
No.
If Zay got that,
You better go beat the little 11-year-old.
No, he better get his daddy. He better get his granddaddy. He better get his uncle. I'm whooping everybody's ass in the
Oh man,
Sure.
you can't protect the kid that much. You gonna put the
Well,
kid
no,
in?
and let me say this.
You did something to harm my kid?
Here's my opinion.
He didn't know what your
That-
kid gonna be in person.
that is-
I don't care if he knew it or
That-
not. He
that-
intended.
You
He had
should've went in the
intent.
house. You should've went in the
He
house.
had
That is not a
intent.
practical
Go to the
joke.
house.
That is not a practical joke. Now, putting let's
That
say
don't sound like a practice.
let's
Thank
say
you.
let's
Somebody
putting
could've got
something
hurt.
sour in some candy, whatever. That's a practical joke. You know, it's like, oh yeah, you want a piece of candy? Like, yeah. You know, that's a practical joke. But when you've got something that could severely injure somebody,
Internal
So
bleeding.
everybody in this room gonna tell me that you didn't do anything.
I didn't say that.
I'm not saying that you
No.
put pins in
Let
kids.
me say this.
But y'all saying y'all didn't do anything as a kid to harm anybody?
No. What you're saying is this. When you ask about dirt bombs and throwing rocks, whatever, said and other, and throwing eggs, whatever, okay, again, putting a pin in there is basically knowing that this can harm somebody. Me throwing a rock at somebody and I ain't,
you
got
know that's right.
Hawkeye and I know that I'm going to knock that person away that's 100 feet away. Yeah, you threw a rock, whatever, somebody got hit with a rock, you threw an egg or something, whatever, this and the other. But at the end of the day, that's not necessarily intentional. You didn't get
No, I mean
but-
intentionally. No, I mean
Okay,
when we play
let
dirt bomb fight, we intentionally hit you with
let me-
dirt
let me-
bomb.
No, I'm not
ask-
saying
let me
that.
ask you
But
something,
did
though.
you
Let me-
intentionally say, I'm going to knock
Rick,
him out
Rick.
and I'm going to kill him?
Yes, we were trying to knock him out. That's the hard part of playing dirt bomb.
I want to ask you one question though.
Go
Okay,
ahead.
check this out. I grew up with a kid that had a destructive personality.
Okay.
Right? He would do things just on the fly. Where you think he is now?
He's probably in jail.
Serving life for killing somebody.
No, I'm gonna tell you just like this.
So it's up. So what the point that I'm hold on a minute. So the point that I'm making is hold on a minute. So the point that I'm making is
I'm glad
you're gonna run into people
Not in the kid
that
this
have
time.
those type of personalities. So it's all really about the person.
Yeah.
It's not so much as
And
this,
see, that's what, okay. So we don't know about that 11-year-old. And that's what I'm saying.
So-
Because it could be a practical joke to me.
That's not a practical joke. Never.
Yeah,
to me, it's a little bit more than
I'm
that.
glad I don't live in this day and age because
You cannot
we
tell
got
me how to
so
react. No.
I'm just telling you.
If somebody
I'm glad.
if I open up, that's just and like I gave you the example. That's just like the person the evil person who put razor blades in
That was a
in
grown
gas
man.
pumps. Okay, I don't care.
No,
It's the
that's
same thing.
Destructive personality.
He was intended to hurt somebody.
Nah, no.
So if Zay, Naya, Zion, Lauren was to get a piece of that
How many kids
kid,
you got?
no, these grandkids, kids,
Oh,
all that.
goddamn.
Anybody
kid.
Hey, dog, he better go get his daddy, his granddaddy, both his granddaddies, his uncles. He better get them all. Cause no, you trying to hurt mine.
I still, to me personally,
And Jace, check this
Not
out.
practical.
If somebody did it to you, Jace, I'm coming to get them too.
Thank you.
Damn your dad.
Because your daddy
That's not a
Go
practical
put a
joke.
Band-Aid on it and then go talk to his dad.
Damn your dad.
Okay, I'm
But I ain't
51. I'm
taking it
51 years old now.
Yeah.
I never did anything to purposely hurt anybody.
Really?
And not knowing. Seriously, never.
God, night, man.
Oh, that's a whole
Did
different
you ever get in a fight?
Got to fight.
That's a whole different. That's a whole different.
Got to
That's a whole
fight.
different conversation about purposely hurt
But
somebody.
No, but
Well,
a
you already
fight,
kicked
a fight is
somebody.
different.
You the first
Okay,
thing
so when you
To
say a fight,
me, to
when
me,
you
I
say-
think, to me, if you did that, that means he meant to do it.
Right.
He's
Yeah,
meaning
I
to hurt
believe it.
someone.
I
When
believe
you
it.
know what I'm
say
saying?
when you say a fight, that's one thing. So
Y'all
a
never
fight,
put a rock
okay,
in a
but-
snowball.
But no, listen,
I think the
but
difference
listen,
is
but when you say a fight, well, that's two
injuries.
people, whatever, you're angry, whatever, say another. What you're saying is akin to like, I'm asleep, and you come in here with a baseball bat and be like, bam, it's a practical joke. Passing
Y'all
lips.
never put a rock in a snowball.
You don't show that much in Georgia, so no.
Hey, Rick, we might have to watch you.
And you from South Georgia, so you really ain't got no sense.
Hey, that's what we made sure we did it because it's our one at a time. This is the only time we
You were
get to
getting
hit
that
you.
in State
We made sure
Burn.
we put a rock in it.
Except for
This is
that
the only
one
time we get to
March
do this.
in 1992, in March in snow. Hey man, hey, we finna about that time. We finna get ready to have a break. Gonna take a music break. If y'all want to join us in the barbershop, please holler at your folks at 404-603-8770. If you're in your mama basement, let her know it's a free call. It's not a 9999, one of them freaking numbers.
Sex number.
Yes, sir. Well, you supposed to bring up one of them
No,
numbers.
man. They don't do it like that that no
They
anymore.
don't do it like that. We're gonna call one holler.
They got the free porn site.
Oh, so you got 3 points. Who is paying money to call a 900
Hey,
number?
somebody's still talking to. I guarantee you, somebody's still.
Hey, girl.
They want it live.
Somebody's still calling girl 6.
They want it live.
Somebody's still calling girl 6.
They got a problem. They just throwing money away.
Hey.
Didn't they have a gay dude line? Like, I said, I'm asking.
How you know?
I'm asking you.
Oh no, you said it with some conviction, like
No,
you
I
had.
said, did they ever?
Oh, okay. I
That
thought
is
you
a
said
question mark
they
at the end.
did. I thought you said they did.
No, he said did that.
Oh, okay. Okay. Well,
Rewind that tape, old school.
let your mama know it's a free call. 1-888-926-7562. You can also catch us we on Facebook Live, Talking Random Ish. Hey, we will be black.
You gotta get in these politics, people.
Yes, sir.
Did y'all look up to see where Stacey's count was?
My brother sent me something and asked me and said that she won. I don't know.
Who won?
Well, let me tell y'all,
Stacey did.
Lucy
It's on Facebook.
Macbeth won. She beat Karen.
Yeah,
Bell.
she did.
Yeah.
I didn't think she
So
was gonna
then it
win.
makes sense that Stacey needs to hold out and count those votes because I mean
you gotta
most
know that
Lucy's
people
gonna
they
win,
just and that was a
But Lucy
very-
won by a landslide, though, didn't she?
No, she
No.
didn't.
They had to count.
Somebody-
They had to
somebody
count.
said
Lucy,
No.
no, Lucy had to count.
No.
It was really
It
close.
was close.
Oh, I know that now.
But
they're
she
doing-
beat.
they're
I mean,
trying to
that's
afford
a
all.
Republican stronghold.
Yeah. But it's all stuff
But she
changing.
was well funded. I wonder where she. That's what I was gonna look up, see where she got her money from.
Nancy Pelosi, they didn't already told you. Republicans told you.
Oh, they
to
did.
handpick.
I
I'm
go to
just
open
saying.
secrets. I don't take nothing the Republicans
No, I'm just
say.
saying
I
that
go
that's
open
the
secrets
joke
to find out.
because everybody, all software, oh, that's Nancy Pelosi's handpicked person.
That's
or
why
whatever.
he lost. He
No,
should've
but they
distanced
ran the
himself
same
from
commercials
her.
against her or whatever.
Everybody
No. She had a story.
Yeah,
she
Okay,
had a
I
compelling
understand
story.
that. No, I agree.
She
I
had a
agree.
compelling story.
Yeah, off, nobody knew anything about
And
that guy.
again, they have North Fulton, North DeKalb, whatever. So they had a lot of Stacey voters, whatever, that voted for her and stuff too. So
Well, that's what I'm saying. She does need to concede until they've counted every last one of those votes because I believe he did something to the votes. Which is why he needed to ensure.
If there's
that
about
he's-
53,000 votes sitting in his office, you know.
Registered, yeah, they didn't. I don't know if they got a chance to vote.
well, here's the point.
They were registered.
Okay,
He was holding the registration on those.
I just found out or whatever. So the person that they appointed to after he resigned, like you should resign when you announce your candidacy. Like,
Yeah.
but all of a sudden, like
Yeah.
now, I know I'm going to crown myself governor, so I'm going to resign. The person, here's what I thought was interesting about the Republican Party. I know the person that they appointed, Robin Crittenton or whatever, personally. And I was like, okay, well, isn't it ironic that the Republican Party
Oh, he's stupid.
replaces him with a kind of stocky black female?
Yeah.
Whatever said the other, I'll guarantee you, if he had to resign at the beginning of his candidacy,
She
it
wouldn't
would have
have
been.
gotten it.
Of course not.
Yeah,
So now they're
yeah,
saying like, oh,
yeah.
see,
Yeah.
we're not really against black
Yeah,
women or whatever.
yeah.
So see who we put in to serve out his last 45 days. But
Well, I
I'm like,
mean, I don't know about that because she's next in line. She was. They didn't just appoint her. Wasn't she like
No.
actual?
Wait a minute,
Robin
all
Crittenton.
of the races
no.
are pending.
Robin
But-
Crittenton came from an accounting firm. She did not work for the Secretary of State's
She didn't work
office.
for his office?
No.
And that position hadn't been filed. They haven't finished the counts on that. John and who was John's?
Is it something with a K?
Too close to call on that one.
Right.
That hadn't been decided yet. Secretary of State's. That's why I know they
Katzenberg
did
or something or whatever.
with the vote. They did something with that.
But like I said, no, the woman that he appointed to serve out the rest of his term, she didn't work for the Secretary of State's office. She works for an accounting firm.
Wow.
Oh, can we talk about Donald Trump and this?
We're talking about the
election.
election. We're talking about the election.
No, we're getting.
Well, he's not going to jail. I don't know why y'all keep saying that.
Did you not
not
watch
going to jail.
Rachel Maddow? Y'all
Y'all need to
don't
stop
watch
watching.
Rachel?
No, y'all need to stop
You
watching.
need to watch
She
Rachel.
is the Sean Hannity
No,
of MS,
no, okay, I agree that she's to the left or whatever,
going to
but
jail.
there's a difference between her. Her facts are actual. They're actual. That she actually report y'all. I'm telling
Well, who
y'all,
you talking
that
about?
man is going to jail.
His man is
He
not going to jail.
I'm
He's
telling y'all,
not going to
He is
jail.
going.
He's not going to
Yes,
jail.
he is.
No, he's not.
He's gonna be in jail.
I mean, I would love him to
Kushner's
go to
gonna
jail
be
just
in
like
jail.
you know.
Ivanka is gonna be in jail. What's her
No, she
name?
ain't.
Ivanka or Ivana? What's her name? I
She's a
forget.
whore.
What's her
She's
name?
not going to
You're
jail.
doing all the hoping now.
She's
What
a
do you mean?
whore.
Yeah.
Hold on.
No, they're going to jail.
Don't do what?
I'm talking about his daughter like that.
His daughter.
Whatever you get,
Well, they stole them. The son need to be. All of them supposed to go to jail.
going to jail.
I mean his wife. I mean his wife. I give her all the apology. 1 minute,
I
though.
understand what she's
But
saying.
she's supposed to go. The daughter and the son supposed to go.
No.
Cases
We don't know. But they're not going. They're not going.
They're gonna
He's not.
protect.
That's what I'm trying to get to. He ain't Washington establishment.
But he ain't going to
They
jail
don't sit
either.
him up. I will put money on this.
I will put your
That's the case Hillary
I take your money
Clinton
now.
Exactly. He ain't
Well,
going
she
to
was
jail.
Washington
I'm not about
establishment,
taking your
so
money.
she wasn't
He ain't going to
No,
jail.
but he's going.
Y'all getting y'all's hopes on all this stuff, whatever they like. All of a sudden,
They got the mob,
you know,
the mob
right.
buster in there. He is going to jail.
Let's count down.
You coming back?
Ready? I don't know. I can't. So you gotta.
Welcome back to Barbershop Talking Random Ish with your boy Rick Kane.
I will sing.
We are in the building. The lovely Starlight is okay. We are here tonight to have a discussion. Initially,
When is the best time to
when
talk
is
to
the
your
best time
family?
to talk to you?
Right. You topic.
When we was growing up, it used to be at the kitchen table. Now, how do you catch them? Text message? You had to text them?
We had a group family text.
Yeah, group home. You got to chat on group me.
Talk to them when I can catch them.
Oh, okay. Nah, but initially, what I wanted to talk about this week was some man-woman ish. See, we got different men and women in here. We was gonna come together and have a good old-fashioned
Round table discussion.
round table, woman probably hate man conversation.
Venus and Mars. Mars and Venus.
Yeah, all that. Somebody wrong and somebody ain't right. But Wednesday morning when I walked in work, I seen my man Mark. What's good with you, man? He said, oh man, I'm a little tired. What you been doing? You're a little too old to be playing all night. You can't do it like that no more. He said, nah, man, you know, that's not what happened. I was up all night. I was up a little later trying to check the results of the election. And I was surprised. I said, stop. Please stop. Because I want to have this conversation in the barbershop. Well, I got a phone call a little later, talking to a friend of mine, and she said the same thing. She said that she was disappointed. I said, why are you disappointed? And that led me to this conversation that we're having tonight. And I'm gonna start off now. We have a eclectic group of people in here. Behind the glass, we got Youngin, who might be 12. We have an evil woman.
I know they love me.
We have two old ass men. We have
They marched in the civil rights.
They might have been with the king and them.
Keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
We have her.
Another special bottle, but
I'll take it.
And we have Will, who we don't know if he's conservative, liberal.
Why don't you just say, Will, that you're a black
Libertarian.
Republican? Say it so we can have that conversation.
Because I'm not a black Republican.
Okay.
See, I don't choose to label myself because I'm not. I vote either way. I vote how I see. This is the problem with people.
Hey, no, we're going to get it out. We're not here to talk about white people. We're not here to talk about white people.
That isn't in my football fantasy football team. I will say that. That isn't in my fantasy football team. However,
How good are they doing?
my thing is, what I tell, I'm 5-4. Thank you for
5-4.
asking. Thank you for asking.
Sound like you're not doing good.
I'm 5-4. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
But here's my thing: is that people nowadays, we don't go and actually study the candidate. This is what both parties like, Democrats and Republicans like, uneducated people to vote because you don't study the candidate. All you do is see is a D and an R, and you blindly go down and punch that ticket because that D and that R. You don't know what that Democrat or that Republican has in store for your life or what they want for you.
Well, I know that Republican doesn't want me to vote. I know that
That's
going in.
That's very true.
What Republican they want you to vote?
Any Republican.
You know what?
They don't want me to vote.
Why?
They don't want me to vote.
I feel like I'm voting for the lesser evil. I really do. I feel like
I
I'm
agree with you.
No, we
I
are.
agree
I
with
could
you.
agree
feel
with
like
that.
I'm voting.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna talk about the my bad. Go ahead. My
Talk
bad.
about accountability with that, though.
Mean old lady.
Well, yes.
Good Lord. This is what happened. We came up with this. So my question.
My bad.
Look at dog.
I got that-
There you go. You got adult ADD?
I do.
You need a pill?
I've been diagnosed.
Need to put a pill
Go ahead. We ain't got that much time.
We
We ain't got that much time. We got we got good people here.
So my question to the people, my question became, why are you disappointed? So the people that were disappointed, I would like for you to answer the question. Why were you disappointed in the results of the election when you woke up Wednesday morning? Mark, please tell.
Well, I thought I was a little disappointed, man, because I really felt like, I listened to the Ricky Smiley morning show, and I think all of the morning shows are really, really pushing people out to just get the vote out, just vote, at all costs, just vote. And I really felt like we really had a chance to maybe push Stacey Abrams over the top, maybe by a small margin. But nevertheless, a margin in which she would have probably pulled it out.
Okay, so that's why you were disappointed. Aaliyah, why were you disappointed?
I was disappointed because just like this is another black person that's getting on his gargantuan platform, you know what I mean? And able to make a statement.
You heard of you that big old word?
I just think, I was just a little disappointed. That's all.
So hold on.
What were you disappointed in?
Hold on. Well, did you just vote for her because she was black, or did you just vote for her because she was a woman, or did you just vote for her because she's a black woman, or did you vote for her because of her policies?
All three. Wrapped up in one. I'm being honest.
Okay, that's what I want.
Okay.
Now, hold on. Stop.
Politician, though.
I'm gonna get back to you, youngin, because I want this demographic also to be. I want to be accounted for. I want the youth. When you woke up Wednesday morning and saw the results or pending results from the elections, how did you feel?
Well, when you have a person that controls the votes, regardless of the dude that's running it, I mean, I wasn't surprised of how far or how much lead he had on her at one point in time. But am I surprised? No. You know what I'm saying? Because he tried his hardest to take away votes. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason, we had that big discussion about, him taking the votes. But I'm not really surprised. I mean, I did want to see the sister win, you know what I'm saying? Just to be part of history, just to, acknowledge the black queens that we have all around the world. But I mean,
Yes.
I'm not surprised.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Now I'm gonna ask the more educated in this thing the same question, and I'm gonna start with.
What you mean?
Right.
What you mean?
He meant the more seasoned.
You're dumb. Y'all are dumb. Y'all are dumb. I'm going to say it. The kids are dumb. It's okay.
I wouldn't say that.
No, that's not. But I got to mess with
I got you a bad.
I got to mess with. Look here, Drake. Look here, Drake.
What's that old school on the Charlie show?
Look here, Drake. Now I'm gonna go to the, I guess, more polished, more refined when it comes to politics. I'm gonna ask the same question.
Young lives matter.
Damn Drake. And I'm gonna start off with mean old lady right here.
Okay.
How did you feel?
I don't feel any either what here. I don't have a feel about it because I vote all the time. I vote every election.
Make sure you talk in the mic.
I vote every election.
You can go hit the thing.
I
but you
normally
can't really
do not vote for Republicans. Nor unless sometimes it might be a judge or something that slips in that the party is not the party affiliation is not identified. But I usually don't vote for Republicans.
Okay. Now I'm gonna skip you because
Why
you
are
talk
you
too
skipping
much.
him?
Will, when your results came in, when you saw the results, how did you feel?
I felt confirmed because I knew this was going to happen.
You knew
Hold
what
on,
was going to happen.
we gonna stop you.
You
I
knew
don't want
what
you
was
to
going
get.
to happen.
You're a little long-winded too, so I'm gonna stop you because we're gonna get to all that.
Well, I mean, we're talking about something that's not decided yet.
But
we're trying to have a conversation about it.
You are correct.
Yeah, it's
but
not decided.
But
Well, you don't know that.
Todd, when you saw the result,
I said Trump.
how did you feel about it?
First of all, I'm going to say I was not necessarily surprised, and I was not necessarily disappointed either because, okay, I'll keep this short because of what you said.
Yeah, you get a little long-winded.
That's what we do. But anyway, at the end of the day or whatever, here's what I said in order for Stacey, and we don't know that she has lost.
Yeah.
But in order for her to win, the problem for Ms. Abrams was going to be she had to get white women to vote for her. That was a demographic that was going to flip it. We knew black women were going to vote for her. We knew that most black males were going to vote for her. But when they broke down the demographics and said only 25% of white females voted for her, whatever, I knew that was going to be a problem because at the end of the day, and I told people prior to the election, I said, if she cannot motivate at least 50% of those white women to vote for her, whatever, she will not get there.
Okay, but that's what you're saying that how into today's climate, how is she not reaching white women?
Okay, she's not reaching a lot.
Stop for a minute. Because let me say this. Because I agree with Todd. But let me say this. These are the 5 reasons that I say that Stacey Abrams didn't win. And this is the truth. And it's a problem with the Democratic Party. They got trust me, they got the qualified candidate, but they don't have the right candidate. It's like when you're playing football, right? You don't have the right matchup. You got to have the right matchup to go against the opponent. So here's the thing about Stacey Abrams. All right. First of all, she wasn't married. I'm sorry, y'all.
Oh my God.
No, listen, true. You're in a conservative state.
I got it. Keep her from being a state representative for 11 years.
No one knew what she was. Who saw Stacey Abrams before this election?
She's been around Atlanta for a long time.
When everyone in Georgia, see, y'all thinking about Atlanta. Y'all not thinking about rural Georgia.
Exactly.
In Georgia, there is Georgia, then there's Atlanta. In rural Atlanta, it's conservative.
Okay.
If they show that you're not married, you don't have kids, then they feel that your values don't matter.
Okay, hold on, Will. Let me break this down.
I work in all those rural areas, so I know exactly what he's saying.
Hold on. Augusta.
What about
predominantly
Augusta?
What?
Black?
Savannah. Predominantly what? Albany. Predominantly what? Columbus. Predominantly what?
Okay, you want to know something about
Columbus? Predominantly what?
How many registered voters got out and voted Albany?
I'm just saying.
No. How many registered? No. You want to talk about Albany?
Hold on.
How many registered voters got out? Yes, 11,000 out of like 53.
But see, that goes back to what me and Rick was saying, that a lot of people that maybe have registered to vote did not vote.
Exactly.
And that's the conversation. That's the conversation we need to have. Why black people don't vote? We need to have that conversation.
That's another conversation. Number 2, she has celebrities going door to door. You cannot have Will Ferrell and Michael B. Jordan out of California trying to tell Georgia people who they should vote for, who should run their country.
No doubt.
I'm sorry, y'all. You can't have Will Ferrell cannot tell a farmer in Georgia to, hey, peanut farmer man, you should vote for Stacey Abrams. When the values don't line up, California values don't line up with Georgia values.
It comes off being fake.
Exactly.
No
That's
doubt
the
about
wrong thing she did. Next thing, number 3.
He don't got his
She brought Barack Obama in. Sorry, y'all. Barack Obama is hated by a lot of these white people in Georgia. That's a fact. She made more white people come out to vote because Barack Obama came here. Trust me, I know people who weren't going to vote until Barack Obama came to Georgia because they hate him that much because she was an extension of Barack Obama.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
How did Barack Obama get elected president?
Exactly, but before.
He had the
How did Barack?
White women.
You ready?
White
did
women.
he win Georgia?
White
no,
women.
He did not win Georgia.
He only lost Georgia by 200,000.
It don't matter. He lost Georgia.
He only lost Georgia by 200,000
because the
votes.
United States voted.
Obama.
Because California, New York are so big that Pennsylvania.
What color are these people?
But it's still at the end of the day, he lost
Barack Obama did not.
He lost the
South.
The South ain't coming home.
Let me tell you, the South is predominantly what color is it?
White.
Republican?
Black.
It's predominantly red.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, we all know this.
But I'm telling you, the demographics. Wait a minute, hold on.
Yes,
I am telling you.
You want to know why? Because the blacks got out the vote. Yes, he did.
And I'm glad you made that. I'm glad you made that. I'm gonna let you go ahead, but I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna earmark that point.
Number 4.
You got 2 more reasons.
Number 4, and people are gonna get mad at this, but we're gonna be honestly true. She's an unattractive black woman.
Lord.
And this is what I'm telling you. If y'all don't think looks matter, you are totally wrong. Looks
Sarah
matter.
Bay was cute.
To some of them white people, they want.
Sarah Bay was cute.
Not to me.
Lord, have
Some
mercy.
people want
Dollars
it.
a rock.
You know what? You know what, man? It's
He don't want to admit it. You don't want to say it, but it's the truth.
It's true.
Come on, tell the truth.
Will, look,
Number 5.
get it over with. Go.
Number 5. White folks really thought that this woman, they were fearful that this woman was gonna blow up Stone Mountain, put Outkast up on Stone Mountain, take off Andrew Jackson and all these people, and she was gonna take their guns. They really thought and feared that. And those are the 5 reasons Stacey Abrams lost.
Dog,
There it is.
Change it.
check this out, dog.
It's the truth, right?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you why she didn't get. I'm gonna tell you my opinion why she did.
I don't know. What your-
She hasn't lost yet.
No. Okay, she
hasn't
hasn't
lost
lost.
yet. It
I'm
ain't
gonna
over
tell you
until
in my
it's
opinion.
over.
I'm gonna tell
It
you
ain't
why,
over
in my
until it's
opinion,
over.
that
Okay, I won't speak into
she is behind. She was behind when we woke up Wednesday morning. Wednesday morning. Because in 2008, people came out in masses. Black folks came out in masses. People came out in masses to vote for President Barack Obama. In 2016, Trump ignited the isms. These people came out in masses to vote for Donald Trump.
They're
Same
only
way-
a
hold on.
third. They're only a third. They're a minority. They are a minority.
But see, I get what you're saying. But the isms had some of these minorities who are part of the isms, the sex isms, who was not going to vote for a woman. These people came out and voted for Donald Trump.
And the minorities didn't
Now, but these people are still out there. She, like he said,
The minorities didn't come out.
Stacey Abrams, these isms were still voting. They're still voting.
Yes.
They're still voting. Kemp represents Trump to them.
Yes.
Exactly. Well,
Yes.
and let me,
So the isms are still out there.
and let me interject something just for a second and whatever. And let's not forget this one. Again, mine is as simple as a demographic. And it's not that simple. I agree. There are a number of reasons, whatever. Mine is just looking at the demographic. But let's not forget this too, because you brought this up, that there were double-digit black men who didn't vote for Stacey Abrams.
Yes.
Because again,
No doubt
as you
about
said,
it.
that's an ism too. That's an
Those
ism
isms.
I
too.
told you. It said
That's an
Y'all
ism
don't think
too.
it's attractive?
Look,
Okay, so
You're
that's
wrong.
something we got to discuss.
look.
also.
If Kamala Harris was running for governor in Georgia, she would win.
Look,
I'm telling you right
Married
now.
to her white husband.
She exactly.
She gonna win. Married to her white
You know why
husband.
she would get white women would come out for her? I promise you, black guys would, white guys wouldn't even come.
No,
I was
she
in
represent?
I was out in
She's a
Carrollton,
Democrat.
Georgia.
I don't give a damn about her being a
Look.
Democrat.
No, I'm
What does she
telling
represent?
That's what I'm saying. Kamala Harris would have won.
No, listen to what
I
I'm
was
saying.
in Carrollton, Georgia, and it was brothers down there with Trump hats on.
Yep.
All right.
So make no mistake about it. When you leave Atlanta,
Thank you.
It's
Y'all gotta
different.
get out. Y'all gotta get out of
You-
285.
you not
Gotta get lowered into it.
and by far
black folks in Athens.
the biggest black population in the country is right here in Georgia.
So we're
Atlanta.
going to talk about racism now within black amongst black people, black men, I guess.
No,
Is
we're
that
not.
what
We're
it
not
is?
here for
Because
that.
that's
We're
what-
not here for.
that's
We're not
what
here for
that
your.
is.
We're not here for.
No, I'm just.
We're not here
But
for.
again,
I don't hate black
again,
men.
We're not here for that
I
right
do,
now.
but I
Again,
don't
there are
hate.
a
We're not here
number
for
of
black
I
man
reasons.
hate.
don't hate
Hold on,
black
hold on.
men.
We're gonna back the black man hate.
Hold on.
There are a number of reasons that she did not win, and I will agree with some of the reasons that are stated as to why people just couldn't vote for her. Now, again, let's look at this. Whatever historically, whatever we set a new midterm record.
That's
but,
right.
But wait a minute. But listen for a second though. It wasn't just Democrats. That's the problem. Republicans got motivated just like Democrats. They're like, okay, this black woman stands a chance of winning to be governor of this state or whatever and rule over us, whatever, that, and
Yeah,
other. They got motivated just as much as
that's-
Democrats.
but
Now, at the end of the day, like you said, Metro Atlanta represents that's where the bulk of her support's going to come from. But by the same token, if we still got people who are sitting at home and they ain't getting out and vote, that could have made a difference. Now, as much as they wanted to do it, and I think, let me address what you said about President Obama. It had a dual effect. President Obama didn't necessarily come here, in my opinion, or whatever. he came here to motivate some of those blacks going to sit on the couch and not get out and vote.
Yeah.
Because he's like, okay, I know these white people don't like me.
Yeah.
Now, again, that's a double-edged sword. Because if he didn't, some of those people may not have got off their asses and went out and voted.
You're right. But I think it did more harm than
Okay,
good.
and I respect your opinion on that. But I'm just saying.
Now, so how do you feel, Miss Lady? You say, so why do you feel that she's behind?
Why do I feel that? I don't think she's behind. I think it's going to come out where she's going to have a runoff. They're going to do a runoff.
So
I don't think it's over.
So you think
I
she's
think
ahead, actually?
No, I think she's within
She'll
that
get on the
1%
percentage.
But it's still
to
behind.
generate that.
Okay, look, wait a minute.
So
Before
with that-
because she brought up an interesting point. So here's the question, though. Let's say she does get in runoff.
Yeah.
How many black people gonna go back out and vote in December?
But-
That's the question.
That's a good one.
That's the
Probably
question.
half.
Exactly.
Oh,
That's the question.
No. And then you'd have to go harder. You'd have to go harder.
Okay, and
I'm
how you
just
gonna go
saying-
harder than
But
it went?
how you gonna go?
Leave
I mean,
the celebrities home. Please leave the celebrities home.
I mean,
unless it's a celebrity who actually lives in Georgia, leave the celebrities out.
Well, okay.
But no,
She had those
this
too, so what are you talking
governorship
about?
means a whole
She had all
bunch.
those rappers doing songs and stuff for her, so what are you talking about?
Yeah, Beyonce and
I said no, Ludacris
and
and who else did a rap? Who did that? Vote for sexy
You
song.
gotta get some
song.
country singers to go out there and say it.
Oh,
You gotta get some Toby Keith and Florida Georgia Line to go out there and who's the boy, Mac Brown band or I don't know something. Mac Brown band. That might even be a group.
Oh, Mac Brown ran.
You made a very interesting comment, and you said this whole thing just comes down to race. Just sorry to say that it just comes down to race.
Don't be
And
sorry, it's the truth.
And when it comes down to race, you have to understand that for me, how I feel like we're on enemy ground every day that I'm out there as a black man. For me, as a black man. Mm-hmm. And I try to show my son the right way. I try to show my son not to hate another person because of the color of their skin, but I can't worry about, or I can't control nobody else hating me for the color of my skin.
and I'm not going to control anybody with that, but what I am going to do is I'm going to hold the people that I give my vote to accountable for what they do.
Okay,
now
listen.
So that's why I say I vote every time. I vote for school board members, and I'm there.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm there.
When have we ever held the Democrats accountable for
Stop right
I
there.
call all.
When
Stop
have
right
we
there.
ever held?
Wait a minute.
When have we ever held?
No, darling.
Accountable.
All you need is
I have a better
1,000.
question.
Hold on.
I have a better question.
No.
1,000
Stop.
letters. I call. I do it all the time.
Okay, stop right there because
So-
this is because exactly what you're saying. To your point, I've made this statement on this show plenty of times, and one of my statements is that until this is why, and I go back to I have to give the guy credit for saying it, who was Neil Boortz, when he said, "Black people, your vote don't matter," and the reason your vote don't matter is because Democrats know you're gonna vote for
my
them
God.
regardless. And
Because you
Republicans-
believe that
hold
it don't matter.
on.
That's why
Hold on.
my vote matters.
Hold on. And
My vote matters.
No.
My vote
I
won't
mean,
put
not
her
your
in
vote.
a
I
runoff.
apologize. Not
It's
your
gonna
vote.
put her in a runoff.
I misspoke.
My vote gonna
Okay,
put her in a
hold on.
runoff.
I misspoke.
All the other black people
I
except
would
you.
agree. Your vote. If you
Your black vote matter, but the rest of y'all don't.
No.
if you do vote, your vote does matter.
Time out.
If you do vote.
My
vote matters.
It does.
My vote counts.
It does.
If you want to believe that yours
I
does,
missed-
you believe that. But don't put that over
Did
here.
you hold up for a minute?
Don't put it over
Did
here.
you hold up for a minute? I
Don't bring that
misspoke.
here. I don't feel powerless in anything.
How many times about
Anything.
Okay, stop for a minute. I misspoke.
Yeah, you
It
did.
was not that your vote doesn't matter. It's that your issues don't matter. And your issues
Oh,
don't
let me
matter.
talk about.
Hold on, stop.
Let him write.
Stop.
It's your issues
Angry
don't
woman.
matter. And the reason your issues don't matter is because Democrats know they got you and Republicans know they can't get you. So until both parties know they have to try to get you and they can get you, then no one cares about your issues. And so that's the thing when I tell black people, you gotta study candidates and quit just going Democrat.
And the problem is, what y'all failing to realize is that black people are broken. We are broken down.
We were broken
and
when they were down.
we're still trying to survive right now. Within this conversation, everybody's making a great point. And your vote does count.
Yes, your
because
vote-
I vote.
Your vote does count. I misspoke.
Yeah.
You know, I voted, so I know my vote counted because I voted.
And I'm gonna interject something that I said about, and this is like, let's say granddad's organization, one percent another. I've always had a problem with organizations like the NAACP or whatever it's that and the other. And let me tell you why. Because of just what you said. Instead of the NAACP and Black Coalition Organization, whatever, setting an agenda and going and telling these Democrats, here's what we expect. We are always reactive instead of proactive. Oh, they shot a black kid over there and he was unarmed. Let's go down here and march. When are you going to sit there and tell them, like, until you change these laws, we're going to be marching every day?
Thank you.
Well, they ain't gonna change.
No one's trying to change it.
I get what you're saying, but until ain't none of the laws gonna be changed till they start publicizing that the white kid got shot.
But then it mutes the.
But what I'm saying is this. Let me say this. I care about. Let me say this. I care about all kids. But I could give a damn about a white kid.
And I get what you're saying.
When they ain't getting killed at the same rate as
I get what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I absolutely get all lives matter.
I don't know. White lives matter too.
No, I absolutely
Because I'm going to ask you a question.
That's my opinion. It's not the opinion of anybody else.
Because I want you to be clear what you're saying. Because I want people to misinterpret.
No. And
are you saying that you don't care about white kids getting killed?
No. What I said was, I care about all kids.
Okay.
If I got to pick one first, I'm going to care about the black kid and what's going on in my community before I'm going to care about them. I don't want any kids to get killed. And I don't want mass shootings. I feel sorry for all the white kids that get killed.
We don't get into this whole mass shooting.
But I'm just saying that we are not setting an agenda to say, like, look, here's what you need to do. You need to hold these cops accountable, whatever. You need to come up with stuff like that. We just sit there and say, okay, let's go march because they did it again. That's my problem with it.
Okay, let me.
Hold on. We finna take a break.
Really? Get up with the yelling.
Man, you get people riled up in here, man.
It's hot in here like it's a club, man.
Riled up in here.
Fans on, get some water.
I'm on 10.
Look here, man.
I didn't take this.
I have a point I need to make when we come back from break.
Well, you gotta wait till we come back from break because the music is playing. We on break.
I gotta be first.
Let's start with her.
We're gonna come right back to you.
I love Black Republican. Look.
Black Republican. If anything, I'm more like a libertarian Buddhist.
I don't think I've ever heard that before.
I'll take it.
That's what I am.
I need another water. I got hot. I got a beer in the car.
You got a beer in the car?
Oh, I got some wine in the car. I got a nice bottle of
You already opened it?
I got Jack Daniels in the car and beer, so it's like,
Jack
hey.
Daniels?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
We'll see.
He's not going to drink and drive. He's not going to drink and drive. No, he ain't talking about
I
drinking.
just said I got it in the car.
I know. You're on camera. He ain't drinking. She's not drinking and driving either.
No. Well, maybe that's what we need to do. Bring somebody with some Jack Daniels. Stacy and Jack Daniels. That's it.
Well, when we leave, we can go get all the Jack and the Daniels.
I got what's dollar. Yeah, if you go in the car, it's what's dollar. The change thing.
How do you like interning? How do you like interning?
No, I'm working.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought you might have been.
Nah, I already interned. That's over with.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, good. Good.
Oh yeah.
Are you gonna get a show?
Somewhere down the line, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I'm still getting my feet wet, and I'm still trying to, I'm not getting my feet wet, but it's more like of plate kind of food type thing. If I add that, then it's just no time for nothing.
Well, it went real quick for these two, so. I was surprised. It went really quick for them.
Oh yeah.
Will and Rick. Yeah.
Let's see.
Oh man. Oh my God.
Everybody needs more. Good. You good over there, Angry?
Okay, whatever. I own my anger. I am just right. Is what I am. I am just right. I'm just right.
No, she just angry.
Do y'all remember back in, I think it's 2000 when Jesse Jackson went down to Florida and tried to help
It's the
Al
clean
Gore?
version.
Okay.
Do y'all remember that?
Say it again.
Do you remember? You remember back
This
then?
Jackson was the wrong motherfucker to send anywhere.
Yeah, but they sent him down there.
Yeah.
When he was,
token nigga.
Yeah. Do you know what happened 3 days after he got down there?
What happened?
That baby showed up.
Did.
And then from the baby after that,
Oh, his credibility was shot.
yeah. Then a week after that, they put the woman on Barbara Walters.
I dated that woman once.
So,
But Jesse Jackson got a child. Jesse Jackson got a goddamn child in Georgia. He was fucking some professor.
We went out on
but
one
the
day.
point is, I'm making here we are. But the
One she was in Athens.
But the point I'm making is
And he got a child.
it's
Yeah,
2018,
yeah.
and he's never opened his mouth ever again about George Bush. So Jesse Jackson. So I guess what I'm trying to say is they've always kept him under control. They let them go.
They keep Jesse under control by writing him a check.
They write him a check. They write Al a check.
I'll talk about what I'm going to do.
They write all the motherfuckers a check.
Because they show up.
They got
at places that are convenient.
Let me get something else besides Ben Crook out here.
Oh fuck, man, Ben, who?
Ben Crook.
Man, they don't get these goddamn sellout ass niggas.
Hey, Rick. Cause like that on the Facebook, I got people.
I want your people call in. I want your people to call in. Where your people at? I want your people to call in. Holler at you,
People
boy.
got people.
They're scared of you.
Yeah, why you gonna scare
They
me?
better be scared of all they think they're racist.
I'm gonna be back down here next week. I gotta finish this. This ain't over, Will. It ain't over.
I like her, man. She's straight at you.
I know. Hey,
She's straight at you.
Hey, I gotta say this the right way because it's gonna sound kind of perverse if I say it the wrong way.
You perverted anyway.
No, because I don't mean it that way.
But you are.
Say it.
Let me see how to say it.
Yeah,
No.
say it. Let me
Now
position
I say it the
myself.
wrong way.
Well, I would say it, though.
Hey, we need our one-time intern.
Yeah,
back.
I know.
Oh, that's the best way I can say it.
Okay.
I was about to say, where your daughter at? But then that's kind of perverse. We need our one-time intern back.
You need to enter back.
Yeah.
I'll have her next weekend.
Well, her mean ass. You
Leave
talking about
my
me?
child alone.
You talking about me?
We see where she get it from, though.
Shit.
Get it from my mom.
We ready?
Y'all wrong. No, but that's okay. I got you.
Whenever you're ready.
I got you.
I'm scared
Right
right
bring us
now.
in.
Tell me when. Beat down. Broken down to
But
the
the
very
very
last
last
compound.
compound.
See, I sound a little irrational. A lot of, it's like to use the word
Crap. Speak. Sucker. Wait. Fresh. For 88. You suckers.
With that?
Yeah.
Welcome back to Shop Talking Randomish with King Insane. I am Will Sane.
It's your boy Rick Kane.
And we have a roundhouse battle, and we're talking about politics, the election this past Tuesday. We're on Georgia election. We got to get to Florida, and I do got to get to Texas.
Go.
But
Hurry up.
We have
Florida.
We have someone who wants us.
Hurry up.
wanna go
Hurry up.
Okay. I just wanted to.
She done lost her anger.
I have not. Stop. I just wanted to talk about this brokenness.
She too old to remember.
This brokenness. You gotta stop with it and take ownership, accountability of what you do today. Because that's where it is. Stop looking for somebody else to come in and save you. If you've got an initiative or something that you want done, go do it yourself. These guys in Congress, their terms are 2 years, and they're 2 years for a reason. Because you're supposed to take your issues in your local area, get elected, go to Washington, do something about it, and then go back home.
Not in Congress.
Not
Their
in
terms are
Congress.
2 years.
It is congressional
For the House.
The House,
Oh, for the
yeah,
House.
the House is 2 years.
Okay.
They're not. This isn't. It was never meant to be a career for
No,
somebody.
it wasn't.
That's true.
It was not. So
That needs to change.
the
There's
onus
too much
is
money
on you.
involved.
I sure wish y'all put
Money
y'all
is
phones
money.
on side.
What's the little guy that just raised all that money for that Tulsa fund? Jay Morrison that did it over a day. So let's not talk about we ain't got the money to do it. You know, you need to put your money where your mouth is. And if the issue is that important to you, do something about it. You do something about it. Stop pushing it off to
when you
someone
running?
else. That's my.
You
That's,
running for two?
I'm not running. What I no,
What's wrong?
I wouldn't do the. No, I work behind the scenes. I get stuff done. If
get
I want
done.
it done, it gets done. It gets done. All right. How
Bring her
about?
teeth on everything. She bring her teeth on everything.
I don't
You know
mind.
what? That all sounds real good, but it's much more to it than that, and you know it. Right?
I know how to work.
Right?
I know how to work.
Yeah, you.
I know who to go.
The thing is, words are powerful. Yes, and you can get out there and you can do something about it. But as long as they are in control, see what
Stop using that on
listen what I'm getting ready to say. When you go and look at them having what's when the president has the meeting, when he has the meeting with everybody,
State of the Union,
all you see is white faces. Yeah. They run this country.
Do you know
when do you go understand that? Because that's where it's at.
I'm gonna tell you what I understand. I understand
you don't have no power. We don't have no power.
I don't.
We are still in bondage, my sister.
I don't need the power.
We are in bondage.
I need
Do you know what that means?
I can buy what I need. That's
you
what I
can
understand.
buy what you need. I get
that's
that.
But
bondage is a big word.
That's what you need to understand.
Hold on, time out.
That's what
Don't
you
get
need
lost.
to understand.
Time out.
Your conversation is good.
Now go to your neutral court.
Conversation is good.
You need to understand that. In
but see, this is the problem. This is the problem.
The money will make it equal. The money will make it equal.
Money don't make it equal.
Yes, it bought them what they needed.
Money don't make it equal.
Hold on.
You keep believing that.
Cut them two.
Hold on. Let's bring it back in for a minute. Because I understand what you're saying about who's in control, and I understand what you're saying about the money.
I'm not buying this bondage.
But hold on.
That.
And this is why I won't buy the bondage. Here's why I won't buy the bondage. Because bondage is a mentality to me. Because as long as you keep telling yourself you're enslaved,
right.
you will be enslaved.
Yeah.
It's like an elephant.
Go ahead.
I'm going to give you an example of an elephant, right? You know the story of an elephant. When the elephant is young, they put a big chain around its leg so the elephant feels trapped. The elephant can't move that because he can't move that big chain that's around his leg. So then as the elephant grows up, all they have to do is put a rope around that elephant's leg. The elephant will still think he's trapped. When that elephant actually tried, he could get away. And that's the mentality that a lot of our people have, is that we're still that baby elephant. And now we're still growing up, but we still have that thought in our head that they control me. They control my life.
No.
And without me, without them, I won't be able to be successful because they're holding me down.
No.
Because there's way too many successful people in this world.
Thank you.
For me to see, for me to aspire to, for me to even hold that in my thoughts.
Well, let me ask you this.
True.
Oh my God, Will!
Stop.
I agree with you.
Don't hurt yourself.
Oh my God.
I know you agree with Will. I know that's hard.
Sometimes.
But let me ask you this then. Huh? You what?
I mean, I'm not a Republican. I'm a liberal. I'm a libertarian.
Boo.
And then
let me ask y'all one question
then.
then. Since you saying that and you saying that, why don't more rich black people help black people? I'm not saying give them money.
Okay.
I say give them education.
Okay, here's the thing. I can't give you what you don't want to receive.
That's right.
Who said they don't want to receive?
Hold on. Do you?
Who said they don't want to receive it, bro?
Say it again.
So you trying to tell me if you took?
Say it again, Will.
You trying to tell me right now
Say it again.
if you had say $100 million, you say, okay, I'm gonna build a black community center in a black neighborhood.
Okay. It'll be
You trying to-
up in probably about like 3 months.
And that's how you feel
Because it's
it.
the mentality of the.
Okay, so that's bondage, brother.
Hold
That's bondage.
Hold on.
Mentally bond.
Come on. But for some reason, come on now. You, where you from? Hold on.
I'm originally from Connecticut.
No. But didn't you spend time in Indianapolis?
I spent time in Indianapolis.
Okay, let's talk about Indiana.
Okay.
Let's talk about Indiana. Well, actually, we can talk about Detroit. We can talk about all of them places.
Mm-hmm.
When they took the jobs and everything from them, when Clinton signed NATO, and all these jobs went overseas, and now these people can't work, nobody can work. That started a lot of crime in the cities. All these corruption and everything.
It's NAFTA.
NAFTA.
It was
That's
NAFTA.
it.
NAFTA. So
now people ain't working. People in the so when he bring this $100 million and build this community center, and you got a mindset that we ain't got nothing, we ain't doing nothing, they gonna tear it up.
They do. You see,
You seen it.
It's a mentality.
And I get what you're saying. And I hate.
that means we giving up on our people.
No, ain't nobody saying nothing about giving up on people. But Mark, It's the mindset that a lot of our people have.
But
We got to come out of this mindset that somebody owes us something.
But isn't that a double-edged sword?
No, I'm not gonna say that.
Yet you say you're
I'm
bondage.
but I'm going to say that. Go down.
There's no way out.
There is a way out.
No, but I'm saying he said we're giving up on our people. I'm like,
No, I said that what he's saying.
No, I heard what you said, but I said, isn't that the same thing that you're saying when you're saying we're in bondage? You're saying we have no way out. As long as we ain't got no power, what if we're in bondage, we can't get out? That's the same thing that you're saying. No, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you said. What I'm asking him is, when he said that you're in bondage when you think that way, I said, aren't you saying the same thing? Because you're saying,
You got to talk to them.
because you're saying we can't get out because they got the power, so we can't ever achieve anything, and money doesn't make any difference. But then you turn around and say, well, you got to give $100 million or whatever, then money is making a difference, but you said it didn't make a difference.
But the better issue with that scenario is that if you own property, or even if you've written property in that area, you pay taxes, property taxes, one way or the other. That's a municipality issue. So why couldn't you go to your local city government and have a facility built? We don't ask for stuff. We don't ask for stuff, and it doesn't get done. So this is what I'm saying. You cannot put the onus on somebody else to do what you yourself need to do. You need to do. And I understand that you think that might be big. That's a big job. But find like-minded people.
All right, hold on.
Find like-minded people.
Mark.
So, with you saying that, and with everybody in here having different views, we all see everything differently. None of us have the same opinion. We may agree to disagree on different things. But my ideology is totally different from what your ideology is, because I grew up, say, in a different time, maybe in a different place. I saw different things. I've been in different places, just like he has, you have. So that's going to make me think the way I think. And nothing's going to change the way I think, because the way I see the world and the way I see people and the way I see everything right now is, no matter what none of y'all say, they still have all the power.
They have all the and
it don't have nothing to do with money.
No, and I agree.
Everything to do with money.
No, it don't.
I agree with you. Okay, go ahead. I agree that the old white man does still run damn near everything.
I got a question.
What is this run everything?
Oh, stop for a minute.
What is this?
Stop for a minute. Because here's my question. All right. And this is what I'm trying. Okay, what's the end state here? So the comment is they run everything. The comment is they got all the power. But what do we want? We want as a people to be treated equally. We want to be, as the people, to have our own home, be able to raise our family safely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're not stopping you from doing that.
No, they're not.
Any of that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So don't give me the bondage thing, because they're not telling you that we're not going to allow you to do this. And that's what I'm saying. The bondage is a mindset. And I will give you an example. And I wish he was here. He was supposed to come in, but he didn't. A good friend of mine, Corey, he has an organization called Veterans Molding Mind. And he told me that he had a student who graduated. And he takes this student, and it's in the urban area here in Atlanta. And he takes this student, and he tells the student, you now have this job. He put her in job placement. And what does she say? Oh, I can't work this weekend. You want a job. You've trained for a job. They trained you for a job. And the first thing you say is, I can't work this weekend. You want to work when you want to work. But you don't. But you say that there's not opportunities for me. So it's a mindset. And that's the problem. What are you willing to sacrifice to get ahead in life?
And how do you empower yourself? What do you think you need to do to do something that's going to make a difference? Just set a goal. Set a goal. I want to see one thing change. What can I do to change it? Because that's where it's going to have to start. You cannot wait for somebody else to do it.
And that's what I was going to say, too, that when we're talking about elections, whatever, here's where a lot of people get caught up in a lot of things, whatever. You got to start locally. Like you said, you go to your city councilman or whatever, and you elect the people locally or whatever that are going to make the change in your community, instead of sitting there worrying about what's going on in Washington half the time, because they don't give a damn about anybody except for themselves.
Yes. People only want to come out.
That's what I said. That's what I said. When she said, I vote every election. I vote for school board members. Those are the important things, and that's that's why they call it grassroots.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are the important things that affect you more in your daily life than what goes on in D.C.
Now, what I really believe that we need to do, and me and Will disagree on this point is, I think that some kind of way black folks need to come out and figure out what their agenda is.
And it's okay that if it's, everybody keeps talking about this individualism or whatever. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with collectivism or whatever. I'm okay with that too. I just want you to do something.
Yes.
Stop feeling so helpless and start somewhere. Just start. Just do it. Just do it.
We have to.
Just do it.
So you want a shoe contract too?
Oh no, not those.
Oh, they say where's their checks since you use their logo? Their kiss rate.
No,
just using
I'm
them like
saying, but
just
that's
doing
a
it
great.
like,
That's a great slogan. It's a great slogan.
Just
But
sacrifice
the other
something.
thing that I want to say too that we don't tend to emphasize enough is that you have got to vote to get in a jury pool. You've got to vote. You want to do something about this justice system.
No. You're going to have this conversation again. Because every time you in this barbershop, I want you to say that.
So
because
stop saying that your vote don't count. Stop saying that. Stop believing that.
And again, I said, I've been on here before and we've had that conversation. I said, when people want to sit there and talk about criminal justice and this, that, and the other, and then we get railroaded into the system, whatever, if you're not sitting in that jury pool and sitting there saying, I'm not going to find that black boy guilty or that black girl guilty or that person of color guilty, and then you're going to complain, well, they're always convicting us because you don't want to serve. Just like you said about, I can't work this weekend. Oh, I can't do jury duty. I can't do that. So you can't have it both ways. Sit there and say that you think that these people, and use your word, these people who are in power are going to sit there and
how do you get it? So how do you get in this pool?
You vote.
You vote.
You vote.
So you have to be registered.
Often.
Okay, they pull from a number of lists, but one is voter registration. They pull from driver's license, whatever. They got about 3 lists they pull from. But every time, I've had juries like, okay, well, I got to be at work. Like, how long is this going to take, whatever? If you don't want to participate in the process, then you can't sit there and complain when your son, your nephew, or your cousin, or somebody gets convicted, and you say that the system is against you, whatever. You've got to vote.
Or
y'all got 5 minutes. We got about 5 minutes.
And can't get a grand jury to indict the police officer.
Going back to what Mark said real quick, because we know we got to get ready to get out of here. But I'm with Mark. If we're gonna continue, if many of our people are going to continue to vote Democrat, and only Democrat, because, stop for a minute, if you're going to continue to vote Democrat, and only Democrat, then hold them accountable. Make them change the laws.
That's it.
Make them change the laws that continue to doggone prosecute our people. Stop just giving them your vote.
They need to blow the whole damn system. Because we have not, as a people, made either one of the parties.
I agree.
We have not made
Y'all just confirmed exactly what I'm saying then.
Stop.
You just confirmed exactly what I'm saying.
No, I didn't.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
I'm missing how I confirmed that.
I'm just saying.
You got 2 minutes to tell me how I confirmed that.
In a sense, what you guys just got done saying was that if we all need to come together, then why aren't we coming together?
I didn't say that. I said if you have to do it individually, if you have to be the only person down there doing it, go do it.
Okay.
I'm not saying if you want to be collective.
Hold on. Young folks.
May I speak for the youth?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah. And this is my thoughts. I think the worst thing that ever happened to us as a people, and this is my thoughts, the worst thing that ever happened to us, in which we arguing all over this right now, is segregation.
Well, desegregation.
Desegregation, meaning that, you feel me, like, when we had our own Black Wall Street and all this stuff like that, we was not making excuses. This is after slavery, right? So we started having our own families and stuff like that, but then got bombed on American soil. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when we had that, when it came down to something like that, that trickled down. That was like a domino effect for generations and generations, which caused us to spend all our money with them, which gave them power. You know what I'm saying?
There
we
you
don't
go.
see that.
You know what I'll say about that, and I'm not disagreeing with you, Robert.
Well put, man.
And here's part of what the problem was, in my opinion, about desegregation. Desegregation occurred because separate was not equal. Separate was not equal. That's why it occurred.
Yeah.
Because if
That
they
was
had
Martin Luther King.
because if they had to let us be and run our own communities, whatever, the problem is they come in the community and they start poking the bear, and they won't let us just be in peace.
Yes.
That's why desegregation occurred.
Yes. They
So I
blew
agree
up
with
Black
you in
Wall
principle.
Street. They blew up.
They caused it.
They blew up
And
Black
there
Wall
is
Street.
nothing stopping you from making Black Wall Street again.
Thank you
There's
very
nothing
much.
stopping you from
Thank
that.
you very much. Hey, we gotta wrap it up.
Hey,
We gotta wrap it
Oh
up.
my God, can we do this again?
Hey, we gonna do this
next
again.
week?
Hey, but no, we gonna do this
I
again.
need part 2.
But check this out. I also need y'all to come back when I'm doing a regular man-woman conversation.
No, okay,
Yeah,
no.
yes.
Let's not do
Because-
that.
Yeah, we got to.
We got a man, but you can't kill his ideas.
We got to do the man-woman thing. Hey, I appreciate everybody for coming out because we have to have these conversations to make our community stronger because a difference of opinions coming together to get one idea is the only way this thing gonna work, man. We got to have these conversations. Next time, Will, I would like for you to bring in some of your Republican buddies.
That's
So
right.
we can have these conversations. I would like for you to bring Bankhead, Buckhead,
Buckhead Betty. I'm gonna
and
get
so we
Buckhead
can
Betty.
get all them, so we can get this conversation rolling. Because the only way this thing will work is through open and honest dialogue. Thank y'all for coming into the barbershop. It's time to sweep the floors, clean the clippers, and Miss Aaliyah, you got the bathroom. The shop is closed.
We out.
All right.
Yeah, you got bathroom.
It was too bad.
That was a good show.
This was informational.
Thank y'all.
Thanks for sharing, guys.
Thank y'all for coming.
Thanks
Y'all
for
was
the invite.
welcome. Oh, sorry, get out of here so you can.
So top of the hour.
You gotta hurry up and get out so you can get in.
Yeah, we got to get out. So
I'm gonna Bobby a show.
Appreciate it.
How much did it cost?
Nicole.
I'm
hey, I'm trying to figure out how to get this on the 30 minutes.
But no, like I said,
I
you make
come down here every week.
that's what everybody says. But I said that the problem is though, there's no choice but to be safe. Right. Because they would just left us alone, and that's what I say about these white people anyway. I said, if you really come in our
This thing is jumping, man.
No, it's like an hour and a half tonight.
It's an hour and a half, and we still. That's why we got to make sure we cut. We got to cut. We got to lock down these 30 minutes because she's still. Go ask her. You go ask her because she be ignoring me.
I agree with you.
I don't know.
The problem was we weren't getting it, and you leave us alone.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, you left him on the chair now, I think, on the stool.
Where you headed, Todd?
Hey, how are you?
Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
You done?